dokie, guys, time to get your tickets ready to get on the Feels Express, because feels are going to happen here. And really lovely ones at that. I need to get my, move on here, get through the rest of Act 5, Act 2, and finally, a million years later, get into Act 6, because I need to catch up. Fun fact, recently got my best friend in the whole widest universe into Homestuck. It took a little bit of convincing, but she loves it. She's in the middle of Act 4. She's almost to the end of it at the moment right now. And just, my heart feels like it's going to just burst into confetti and rainbow glitter sprinkles and pudding. She'll understand that when she finally watches my videos. So, yes. Homestuck. And of course, the minute I start recording, there she is. I knew that was going to happen. So, with that out of the way, Homestuck. We just finished up reading these panels, so try to make sense of this mess yourself. Well, he continues cleaning up and fixing things. Why did he freak out about destroying that thing when he could just fuse it back together? Weirdo. And Nana has lost a son. Because not just a father was lost that day, but a son as well. Poor Nana. Meanwhile, a very crafty bunny cops a feel. Pick again. Remove. Put back. Where's my wallet? Total success. Dave Sprite and Jade Sprite. Are you okay? Been better. What happened to you? What happened to you? I died in my dream and came back as a dog. Oh, I turned into a bird and got in a fight. What is that? What, this thing? Yes. Legendary sword. How did you get it? Long story. Shenanigans, mostly. Yes, I figured shenanigans were probably involved. Can you be more specific? Well, basically I'm from another timeline. But you couldn't win the game there, so I came back to help Dave. Dave? Dave from this timeline. There's a sprite I'm supposed to help him with his quest. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to help Jade too, but... She's doing alright, don't worry about it. Okay, I'll try. You were saying? So, things kind of became even more crazy in this timeline than the one I was from. And it was clear Dave was never going to do the quest I didn't get the chance to finish. Not even after you brought the forge. The forge? Your volcano. Oh. So, after laying low for a while, I just went and did whatever I could myself. Got Khaled Flitch, fucking Welsh sword Dave broke. Went to look for Hephaestus again. Figuring there wasn't much hope in beating him this time either, especially being injured and all, but what the hell, right? But then, that's when you lit the forge somehow. I did? Oh, no. Not you, other Jade. Yeah, she's a lot more brave than me, I think. She brought me back thinking I could help her, and all I did was disappoint her and everyone else. You came back as a sprite, and you're managing to do important things, but I just feel so scared and helpless. Sounds like you came back because Jade made the decision for you. I made the decision to come back myself. Maybe it'd be different if you had the same chance. I don't know if I would have had the chance, but I would like to not feel so useless to everybody. I think everyone is on top of this. There's not much for us to do anymore. What about your sword? Isn't it important? I guess so. But not really for me, since I'm not the real Dave anymore. I'm still not sure how you got it. What does it have to do with my volcano? That's a bit complicated. See, it turns out I had no idea how the denizens worked at all. La la la, la la la. Hey, I got the tumor. I remember waking up here after getting shot. Yes, what else? And the cage bunny came. He gave us the bomb, Where'd he go anyway?
She's around.
The bunny's a she.
Her name is Liv Tyler.
Dumb.
Take it up with John. What else?
We were talking about who should go.
Do you remember what we decided?
No. Wait. Wasn't I going to go? Is that what happened? Did I go and now I'm dead?
Not quite.
What's not quite? That I didn't go or that I'm not dead?
Do you remember anything else?
No.
What about why you went to fight Jack?
Sure, I did that because I wanted to and because I was supposed to.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw my future self fighting him, so obviously that had to happen or else I'd be dead anyway, without even getting the satisfaction of standing up to him.
So was your decision a result of desire or obligation?
Hard to explain. With all the time shit going on, I don't try to understand your light shit, do I? Wait. I don't try to understand your light shit, do I?
I don't know much about the light shit, to be honest. I may have missed my chance to figure it out.
Haven't we had this conversation already?
Mostly. I'm doing what I can to jog your memory.
It's jogging, I guess. Its man boobs are jiggling a little.
Nice. So what about Jade?
What?
You didn't tell her your expedition with her would result in your death, let alone one she'd inadvertently cause. Or that she'd be stuck with the job of resuscitating you. Did you?
What am I really supposed to say? Hey, we're gonna hunt frogs till you shoot me through through the jack. Then I die and you've got to make out with me. That kind of changes the whole thing, doesn't it? How the whole thing goes, doesn't it?
Not if you're supposed to, right?
What does that even mean?
I guess you're right. No reason to make an effort to empathize if doing so comes at the price of oblivion.
What the fuck?
It must be comforting to have your ASPD tacitly supported by predestination.
ASPD?
Antisocial personality disorder.
Oh no. This conversation just got bum-rushed by a mudslide of fucking awful.
It wasn't already awful believing you might be dead?
You don't know anything about what I was feeling or what happened on Lofaf. You were all pavement-faced and babbling your throw-fester speak and flipping off the shit with your own crazy death wish thing. Why do you think you know what was going through my head? You're just assuming and throwing around psyche buzzwords like ASPD complex disorder.
So it's a disorder, a complex, and then a disorder again for good measure?
In your case, probably.
Sounds like a positively delirious state of existence.
It is some delirious biznasty, alright.
Oh, snap?
Yes, I'ma authorize a god... I can't read this. Yes, I'ma authorize a goddamn. You may swipe it at the door to check yourself into the burn ward.
Might you loosen the purse strings on an oh no he didn't?
Nah, those are kept in emergency reserve for yo mama jokes from the 90s. Anyway, I'm telling you, if I said anything at all about it, she probably doesn't even fire her gun once, and all I'm doing is dragging her into a doomed timeline with me.
I guess I'm learning to be impressed by your sense of obligation to inevitable misfortune. It's a strange case of inspiration through futility.
None of this is that big a deal. I just mentioned the basics to her, that I'd stop time traveling soon, break out of the loops, not have to wonder all the time if I was taking a wrong turn and dooming everybody. I was never that cool with this.
With what exactly?
You know how you turned out to be this incredibly shitty seer of light and basically failed at that in every way imaginable? Hey! Well, maybe I never wanted to be a Knight of Time. Maybe I'd rather just be like the Dave of Guy. You know, just some dude.
These really do not sound like the words of someone ready to face his own death. The kind you don't wake up from, I mean.
I guess not. I guess I failed my quest then. So I'm like, now what, bitches? To nobody in particular, I guess.
The unseen bitches callously conspiring to expect greatness from you?
Yes, those exact bitches.
If that's how you feel, then why did you insist on going on the mission to deliver the tumor? Black and whitened for a giant yin-yang bomb.
And basically completely illegible. Thank you. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Then I guess that's what happened. I delivered the bomb and now I must be dead.
Are you sure?
Is that wrong?
Maybe you should try to answer the question. Why did you want to go?
Because I made the map so I know how to get there better.
But it seems simple enough. A set of bearings to follow. See? The application pilots the moon, changing course when necessary. Anyone can do it, really. We talked about this. Debated, if you recall.
Okay, if you remember it all so clearly, why are you grilling me on this shit? Will you just tell me what's going on?
I'm just seeing if you can remember, and if you're sticking to your story about why you should be the one to go.
Well, I am, because I should.
Or should have. And what the fuck is going on? Am I dead, or are you dead, or what? You're almost there, really. Just try to remember a little more. What happened after we decided you'd go? Oh yeah. We were trying to figure out a way to detach the moon so I could pilot it out there, fly it into the sun. Giant chain. The chain was huge. Couldn't think of how to break it. Then out of nowhere the sword appears in the thing, so I'm thinking obviously I have to break the sword somehow, because that's all I fucking do is break swords. But as I'm thinking of how to do it, I put my hand on it, and it just snaps off with this comical shattering noise. I'm like I just fucked up some priceless shit in the Louvre. I love her face there. She's like, yeah. See, like that. Like, I did it again just there with my hand. Because of dream bubbles. Remember when that happened? Mm-hmm. Aw, yeah. Then I took it and sliced the chain. Like this. Damn. It still cuts like it's plunging through a shaft of boneless zombie meat. Careful. I just managed to quell my appetite after all that burger talk. Whoops. Yeah. So then, the moon started drifting away, and I was going to fly up and take it to the sun, and I said something to you. Or I was going to. Like, say bye or something. But you were just standing there not saying anything, holding that ball of yarn. And then, oh god, that's right. Come on, knocking me out so you can steal the suicide mission? God damn it, that is so trite. I really am sorry for that. It's like, here's how bad this is. We are basically Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck from John's shitty, crappy movie. You made this even more Armageddon than it already was. Sealing me in the airlock so I can go home to Liv Tyler and have the most terrible babies with her. I love how he always talks about it's like John's shitty movie, and yet he seems to know the entire movie. You've been watching movies with him, haven't you? If it's any consolation, Liv Tyler came with me on the suicide mission. The bunny or the actress? Which would make you feel better? You not knocking me out with a ball of fucking yarn is fucking what? If I could have a chance, if I could have chosen a method of sparing your life you might have found more awesome, I would. Is there an ironic way to do that? This probably comes close, but that doesn't make it not lame as hell. Does it matter if I took some personal satisfaction seeing you fall unconscious at the gentle glance of a soft cotton globe? It's cool you are so tickled by this. I hope it brought you a lot of rad laughs on your way to go fucking explode. So that's it. I'm actually lying here on Durst asleep, and you went out there and blew up the sun, and now you're dead and I'm dream chilling with your smug ghost. Yes to the first part. So you're not dead? Not yet. Then you're dreaming. But you're taking a little nap on the moon in the middle of nowhere? Afraid not. I am wide awake. Because real Rose has already died. The whole thing just did not happen. And now for feels! So, it seems that you are in fact an alien, with horns and everything. Huh. Yes, John, horns and all. That totally proves I'm an alien beyond a shadow of a doubt. John goes to cosplay convention at 10 years old and is like, everybody's aliens. Now, what do you make of these blank white eyes of mine? What do you think that could mean? I don't know. Aliens usually have big spooky eyes, don't they? Humans have literally the dumbest extraterrestrial lore. Weren't those supposed to be aliens on one of your posters? You mean Mac and me? Yeah, even I can admit that movie was indefensible. Well, if you want to know, normally we have bright orange eyes with gray irises. They fill in with our blood pigment as we get older. Also, normally I have this one goofy eye with 7 pupils because I'm kind of a weirdo. But I guess that's gone now that I'm dead. Not that you believe me, because you just refuse to remember anything. I can accept that you're an alien, but come on. Meeting an alien who is also a ghost in my front yard is a bit too much to believe. It is almost too awesome. So you don't remember anything about the game at all then? The destruction of your planet? Bringing your ancestor back to life as a clown woman? Putting a huge flaming ocean out with your magical wind? Jack Noir dying, resurrecting, and possibly dying again? Is any of this tickling your sponge? Nope. Sounds cool though. Fuck, I cannot believe how cold it is on this planet. How can any species possibly be able to survive somewhere like this? Yeah, I thought you looked pretty cold out here, so I brought you this jacket.
Aww.
Oh, okay. Hey, your clothes switched suddenly. Was that some kind of alien wardrobe warpifying technology? Such as a warp-drobe, if you will? Sure, John. Let's just say that's what it was. You look pretty cool in more normal clothes. Not that your Space Boost and Pixie outfit weren't neat. Thanks. So, is this how humans begin an Earth date? With simple acts of flattery and kindness? I don't know about that, really. It just seemed like the nice thing to do. Is this a date? No, I've decided this definitely will not be a date. Not until you remember something, at least. Okay, that's probably for the best. I would probably be pretty nervous on a date with a normal girl, let alone on a date with an alien space ghost. Now that you mention it, me too, probably. Your goofy awkwardness is a bit contagious, frankly. So now what do we do? Well, since I'm presuming you are new to the planet, I could show you around the place. These two. Poke, poke. This is my green slime ghost pogo ride in all its glory. In my childhood, it was hours of fun and hundreds of painful injuries. Hey, this thing isn't slimy at all. What the hell? Nope. I've noticed humans don't seem to keep any slime around the hive, and yet you are strangely cavalier about your open display of certain receptacles. What's the deal with that? Is it that you're just that ashamed of your secretions as a species? Not really? Humans just don't really have that much use for slime, I guess. Honestly, I can't think of a single practical use for slime other than to be gross. So bizarre. Anyway, this thing is kind of a death trap, and I haven't ridden it for years. I think my dad had it installed as one of his ridiculous ways of making a man out of me. Sure. My custodian had her ways of making me tougher, too. Yeah, parents, right? Anyway, that's my backyard. Pretty damn boring, sorry. I would show you inside, but I don't think my dad would take too kindly to bringing an alien inside. Or, just yet. I would need to brace him for it. That's fine. What else can you show me? I can show you around my neighborhood if you want. Sounds great. Can tell if the weather changed, or it's just kind of a thing. These are my neighbors, who live in a lot of the same looking houses as mine. I never see them. I think they're all really busy people with a lot of serious business to attend to. Hey look, the snow has melted over here. It's really warm suddenly. Weird. Does your planet usually have these kind of temperature swings? Temperature? No, this is pretty unusual December weather. Guess I'll take my coat off. I can take yours back if you want. No thanks, I think I'll keep it on. They just warped to New England for a moment. It's basically normal. Snows one day, gets really warm all of a sudden. Nope, the edges of the world are blending into another planet. There's not really much to see in this town, but there are these lakes. This lake here did not used to be a lake. A long time ago, before I was born, there was a factory here. My dad says there was a huge explosion. He was walking by with my Nana when he saw it. Then a little later, my Nana died. My dad never told me how, except that it involved a big joke book. I never knew her, which is too bad. She sounded nice. I know what happened. I saw it. You did? Yes. Do you want to know? It might jostle your memory. Okay. I believe this lake is where Jade landed. You landed a little ways over there, about where your hive is now. You clobbered your Nana to death with the aforementioned joke book, but it wasn't your fault. You were both just little wigglers riding meteors from the future. You created yourself, your Nana, Jade, her grandpa, not to mention Dave and Rose and their guardians, all in a lab using paradox slime, and sent them back in time as the silly grubs with arms and legs you call babies. And here you were, doubting the usefulness of slime. Wow, really? Yes, absolutely. I paid close attention to all this, because I thought it might give me some clues about us and our ancestors, who were made the same way. Any of this familiar? That all sounds incredible if true, but I don't even have the foggiest memory of all that happening. Yeah, I figured as much. Since you seem bent on staying in your dream bubble coma, why don't I continue the tour? The tour of Earth? Sort of. This isn't Earth. What's happening? We are going on an adventure. Where? Through your memories. Through mine, too. This would be a really fun thing to do on a date, I think. If we actually were on a date, which we're not. 10 more minutes. Bringing my bunny over here. I just got this bunny for Easter. Suddenly, how is this happening? Is this through the advanced alien technologies, like holograms or teleportations? If that's what you want to think to keep you comfy in your stupor, sure. Where are we? This is my home planet before it was destroyed. It's called Alternia. Oh, cool. And what's that over there? That is my hive, which is a thing you refer to as a house. It's where I grew up. Spiderwebs. It's a castle. No shit. It is big and foreboding and ostentatious, just the way I wanted it. As a blue blood, I was entitled to build such a home. Something to set me far apart from the commoners. You built it? Of course not. Robots built it for me when I was very young, but I was allowed to dictate instructions. Expected to, in fact. Oh gosh, so rad. Really? I still find it interesting what sort of mundane facts humans tend to be so impressed by. Anyway, my design kind of got boring as I got older. A huge castle hive sounds great, but it starts feeling pretty cavernous and lonely after a while. There were so many blocks I never even used. Your tastes change, but you get stuck with growing up in a place suited to your earliest, most juvenile inclinations. Nobody tells you that when you're a kid, though. I think I know what you mean. I feel like a long time ago, I might have given my dad the impression I really liked clowns. And now there are clowns everywhere. His stupid collection just keeps growing and growing, and it drives me crazy. John, that barely comparable example is so cute. I don't even know what to say. And this is my mom. Her teeth are shaped like your horns. Cool. And this is my custodian. She was hurt in an accident. I killed her myself to put her out of her misery. And this is all my friggin' bling! Holy shit, look at these glittering space riches. Yeah, I was really into treasure hunting for a while. What's with the broken 8 balls? Never mind those! This was my respite block. From kind of an embarrassing memory, actually. More 8 balls. You sure do like to smash them. John, addiction is a powerful thing. You probably wouldn't understand. What are you wearing? Just a fairy dress. I wore it for this stupid thing I did once. Is that a rocket car stuck in the web over there? What's that about? Don't worry about it. Man, this would be such an awkward moment on a date. Again, if it was one. There's something really familiar about that rocket. Let's keep going. She has a poster of City of Angels. Yes! Best Nicolas Cage movie. Oh, what's happening? Are we back on Earth? You tell me. It's my house again. Why are we here? I was having fun seeing your planet. I don't know, John. They're your memories. This is my dad's room, but I've never been inside of it. So why do I recognize it? Shrug! I think there were some birthday presents for me in here, but I can't recall which birthday that was. It was your 13th. But I'm 12! No, you're not. Oh yeah, I remember this. There were these imps all over my house acting all rambunctious. But why? It's also hazy. Where's my dad? It sounds like some things are coming back to you. Any chance you remember me yet? No, sorry. It's like 30 years long. Well, cool. We'll walk down this little path down to planet here. Hey, look! That's my dad. What's he doing here? I miss the heck out of him, though I'm not sure why. He should be safe at home right now. I guess I must have lost track of him, but I don't remember how. All I know is I have this feeling like I should run over and give him a hug. Well, just so you know, he probably is not actually there. Kind of like how my Lucis was just a memory. Are you a psychic alien? Like the one who Jodie Foster met in Contact and assumed the form of her dead father to talk to her? As a matter of fact, yes, I am a psychic alien, but that has nothing to do with this. These are our memories, and we are in the afterlife. I keep trying to tell you, and it's starting to get frustrating. I see. So it is not me who is Jodie Foster. It's more like you're Jodie because nobody believed her when she came home and had amazing tales to tell. Except Matthew McConaughey. Ah! But it's okay. I will be your Matt McConaughey. Does that mean you believe me now? I guess I always did, sort of. I think I've been in denial about what's happening here. It's nice that you believe me, but that doesn't mean you remember yet. So if this isn't my dad, then where is he? He died too. You saw his body. Don't you at least remember that? No, not at all. I am remembering a bunch of things, but not that. Then what? Do you remember me yet? No, I only remember when you contacted me and said you'd kill me a little earlier, but that was months ago. I do remember talking to some other trolls like you, and playing this game. It was on my 13th birthday. I was really looking forward to playing it, but it was late in the mail. I got some presents from my dad, like this big weird clown doll that I didn't like much, and some fruit gushers. Oh yeah, I also realized gushers were made by Betty Crocker. That freaked me the fuck out. Did you realize Betty Crocker made gushers? This comes as news to me. Well, she does. Her villainy knows no bounds. Oh, he also gave me this suit, which I remember wearing for a while, but it didn't look quite like this. It had a black tie and no ghost, so I improved it. Actually, I remember dying in a suit. You do? But this was not the suit I was wearing when I died. This was. Okay, now it makes sense. I kind of forgot about alternate timeline dead John. Whoops. I'm slow. Oh, wonderful. Another interruption. More panels! Well, shoot. I don't really have time to cover all of them, so I think I'll just end this prematurely.